The Seattle Sounders returned to practice today after the shocking 2-1 loss to Sporting KC, and they've got to kind of leave the past in the past because tomorrow they face the LA Galaxy in the U.S. Open Cup. And then after that, they've got Saturday. They are in Houston. So just FYI, from our perspective and some insight for you, once the team leaves today, they're going to keep on going, and they will return after the game in Houston. And obviously, tomorrow is an important game for the young guns to rebound from, as I said, the loss to Sporting there. So what you'll see is a lot of the young guys get the opportunity again against an LA Galaxy team that really wants to win this. They're not playing well. And Brian Smetzer, you'll hear from the video, just talk about, U.S. Open games. You can galvanize a team. Sounders did it, and so why wouldn't the LA Galaxy do it? And then, of course, in terms of the injuries, better to hear from Brian Smetzer, kind of injury update on all the players. And here is Brian Smetzer.
There'll be some call-ups from Defiance. The guys that maybe we think can play from the first group, and we'll put out a strong lineup, and probably more importantly, we'll put out a strong effort. When you're hamstrung with certain key injuries to certain guys, and you just do the best you can. But the one underlying thing that binds that whole group is they will put the effort in. I can guarantee you that.
Both your club and then also Wade's Defiance familiar with the Galaxy, having both clubs faced in the last month. When Wade team just beat them 3-1 a week and a half ago.
I'm not so sure we know who Greg is going to put out there.
Exactly. So how do you prepare for that?
Well, we're going to show them clips of both teams. We have some intel that they're going to start some starters. They'll have some starting players out there on Wednesday. They have Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday, extra day rest in between. So they're going from an advantageous position compared to our schedule. So I wouldn't put it past Greg. They haven't had good results. Strong runs in Open Cups have, lifted some teams, ours included, over the years. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some bigger names in their lineup on Wednesday.
Ryan, each game's important, but you've got this game on Wednesday, which you want to win and you stay focused, but you've also got another one against a tough team, and you've got players that have been injured. How do you balance
We write up the potential lineups up on the board and talk about it, make plan A, plan B, plan C, play that particular game, then does that change your next three? And you just keep moving through the schedule.
Is Nuhu, where's he at? I'm just going to ask you the whole injury report and the updates.
Well,
there.
he looks good, but until they get the MRI and the spleen reduces, he's not playing. He can go out here and run around and do his sprints and get his fitness in, but he can't take any contact.
You got Joe Follow back. That's got to be a comfort.
Yeah, he might see some minutes. He didn't play on the weekend.
Is there any updates on Christian Roldan,
Nope.
Kellen Rowe?
Nope. Kellen's out here. Christian, we're still letting him fully recover from the concussion symptoms. That's one that we are not, I keep repeating myself, we're not going to rush that one. We're going to make sure that he's at 100%, total 100%, and then start ramping him back up.
How about Raul? Is he still on the same timeline, everything going according to plan?
Yeah. I mean, he looks good too, and he's got a smile on his face because he feels good, but we're not going to rush that one. Can't have another injury there, so same timeline.
Leo Chu, I don't think he was out here today. What's his status?
On that play where the guy caught him as he was dribbling past, foot injury. I'll call it a foot injury. He's in there trying to get it right, and we'll see. We'll see.
Coach,
I'm just to get some clarification on that. Does that mean he's questionable for the weekend?
Questionable for this game tomorrow.
Okay.
And then on the weekend, his wife is having a baby, so he will not be in Houston.
And then it has Obed. Was he out here?
Yeah.
And so is he with the U20s or is that?
He's with the U20s.
Okay.
Coach, this is a tough ask, right? I mean, you got a desperate team in LA, and then you play a Houston team that's undefeated at home. They haven't conceded a goal. When it comes to facing something like that, does the messaging go into some of those stats? You just kind of let it roll? How does that work?
Same messaging. We're very comfortable with our process. We do the film, we do the research. Jorge and John digest film 2 weeks in advance. We as coaches look over the film. We come up with game plans for each particular opponent. We train as much as we can on the field. You know, I mean, we were undefeated at home with no goals scored too. So let's just see.
Brian, how you feel your midfield possession-wise, last few games, is it where you want it to be? It has been, or it was a vague question?
Yeah, it's vague because look, we're a good transition team, and would I like to keep possession on a big pitch like tomorrow down in LA, and would I like to keep possession on a hot, humid night in Houston? Sure. But when you have Jordan Morris, Leo Chu, guys like that, we can get up and down the field in a hurry. We're a good transition team. So I would think it's where we're at. It's good.
And the Open Cup tomorrow.
Every single game is different. It doesn't matter if we are used to face this, Galaxy team for every single MLS regular season game. So for us, it's about winning. We know, it's a knockout round. It's about, facing this game with all the energy, with all the wisdom that we have, and all the quality that these young players are going to bring. For us, it's going to be thinking on winning. That's it. That's all that matters for us.
How much discussion, messaging, or is it for you guys to come out on the front foot and you talk to the young guys about, what, as soon as we start, we got to be ready and go right off the bat?
Yeah, it starts since the moment we put our foot into the airplane. That mentality has to change because we are going to play away, and there is no excuse. The field is perfect. We're used to these high level games, and for the young kids, it's going to be another opportunity to show up that the quality that they have and the reason that they are training with us every single day. And I believe in them. I am sure that they are excited to play this game, and hopefully that energy to be directed to doing good things. You don't have necessarily doing more, but if you do what you are capable of, I think all collectively we can win this game. I feel like the difference between Cups and regular season game is that you only have one chance, and every game is a final, and there is no other mentality, there is no other opportunity, there is no other next game but this one that you have right here, and that's what is different for me. And obviously we're facing a good team, but we're prepared. We have a good group of guys that are hungry to show up, and hopefully we can get a positive result there.
Yeah, there you go. Again, Brian Smith is talking about injuries, this LA Galaxy game, and then Freddie Montero just talked about why he loves playing in these Cup games. For him, it's a one-off. You can change a season, you can change a game in terms of the tournament games, and you heard it from, we focused on him. We'll continue to do that all season, just his leadership and just how he is a servant to the club. But Sounders have got I don't know if it's a tough ask, but they've really got, it's a turning point in their season here for the young guys as well, and also for the Sounders senior players. For the CascadiaSports.net Sounder Practice Report, I'm Osvita Mara.